everybody, how are you doing today? I am doing very well, thank you. My name is Jodi Lakin, and today I'm just going to be playing around in my MD notebook. This notebook is made by Midori, made in Japan, and the paper is really lovely. It's so soft and nice to sketch on. It's a completely plain notebook and it's an A6 size, which I love because it's the same size as my arrtxx, my journal that I use every day. So what I tend to do is put them in the same little bag, in like a little case which goes into my bag, and then if I want to draw anything that's like a little bigger, or well, not bigger because it's the same size paper, but just without the lines underneath of the arrtxx, then I will grab this little notebook. I usually use it if I'm just doodling or there's just something on my mind that I kind of want to get off my mind, or just anything really. It doesn't have a like a theme, which is good. I think it's nice to have a notebook which doesn't really have a theme, so that's definitely what this one is. And today I was just drawing and sketching some characters, and not any particular characters. However, as I was drawing, I realized this one character looked a little bit like the Mad Hatter. So I kind of went with that and decided to do the Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat and Alice and the White Rabbit as well. I love Alice in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite books, probably my favorite book actually. And the movies too, I really like. So I always kind of go back to Alice in Wonderland if I'm not struggling to draw something, but if I want to just practice drawing. They're just really easy and super recognizable characters as well to practice your drawing style with, I think. I really like the way I sketched the Mad Hatter. He looks really cute and sweet and has like really big eyes as well. And the Cheshire Cat too looks really sweet in the tree. So the sketching process probably took the longest, and the way I wanted to do this is I wanted the paints to go on top of the outline. Just quite messily, like any colours, whatever I was feeling, and to just have fun with them. And I really, really love using gouache for that, or like just any kind of gouache really. So I'm using the arrtxx, is it arrtxx? Yeah, arrtxx jelly gouache for this. And I've had my jelly gouache about a year, nearly a year now, and they are almost dried up, but with a little bit of water they go back to the exact same consistency, or pretty much near enough the consistency that they were when I bought them. If you don't know, the jelly gouache, they come wet in these little, they look like yogurt pots, like these little pots. I have a video on my channel actually if you want to watch me opening them and setting them up. That was a really fun video and fun to do as well. But I really just like playing with these colours. I feel a lot of freedom with them, maybe because they are just in these little pots. It reminds me of when I painted as a child, and all the colours would be put in little individual pots for you, and you just had one, like a paper plate or something, to like mix the colours on. So I really like using the jelly gouache. It kind of takes me back to childhood and gives me a lot of freedom, I feel, with the colours. So I didn't want to have any fear when I was painting the characters. As you can see, I've kind of just splodged this colour and that colour here and there. I kind of wanted to do this video in real time too, so I could kind of talk you through the process, but I felt so relaxed at the time, and I was just quietly painting along, and I didn't really want to speak. I was just kind of wanted to be like peaceful. And also they're doing some construction right next to my house, and they've been doing it from like really early in the morning till late in the evening, so I haven't had a chance really to record like a live audio. It's always too risky that I'm gonna start painting and then halfway through they'll start doing the construction or something like that. But I will do another like in-person live sit down video pretty soon. So yeah, but I had a lot of fun with this one. As you can see, at the moment it looks a little bit of a mess, but honestly that is one of the most fun stages for me, is when it kind of is coming together and you can see where it's going to end up, and you can see in your head, like, you know how you want the picture to end up, but it doesn't currently look like that. That's one of my favorite stages, because right after that you get to add like the finer details, which is always really fun for me. So I'm adding just the last few splodges of colour here and there. I think I added a little bit more depth to the tree with another layer of brown. That's the other thing too, the gouache layers very well, and that's something I really like to do with the gouache, is layer it. But obviously this paper in this little notebook is not watercolor paper, so the pages are going to crinkle a little bit, and as this one dried, actually the corners of the page did turn up a little bit, but I kind of like it. I think it adds a little bit of character to the page and it doesn't bother me at all. Also with gouache, it tends to leave a little bit of a chalky feel on the page. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but it tends to look a little more matte. I quite like the way it looks though, but I don't really like the feel of it. Like the chalky texture, I'm not the biggest fan of. But honestly, it doesn't matter so much to me. I quite like the matte look to it as well. So I'm using a gel pen almost to do the details or do the outline. I'm using a Zebra Sarasa clip pen. It's a black one and it's in 0.5. This particular one had got the Disney villains on. I really like this pen. But yeah, that was it. That was the last thing I did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit of a shorter one today, but I'll have a longer one for you in the next upcoming weeks. So have a lovely week, and I will see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Bye.